Hey guys, welcome back to Andy's Dinosaur Reviews, and what we have here are some brand new Jurassic World Dominion Kinder Eggs. I don't normally review these kind of things, but it's been quite some time since we had some Kinder Egg figures. I think this is the first time we've had some pretty darn nice looking Kinder Egg figures. I remember quite a ways back we had like these weird ones that had like skeletons inside, and they were okay, but they were kind of goofy. These newer ones look a little bit better, I think, from what I've seen so far, compared to the older ones, so I'm very intrigued to check them out, and I figured I would look at them here with you guys rather than just open them up on my own. You can see that some of them have different packaging. Like this one, we've got a Pteranodon there, and of course the Jurassic World Dominion logo. Doesn't look like we have anything really in the back. There's another Pteranodon. Here's one, there's a different one. We've got a Rexy version right there with a nice Rexy head. What else do we have? We've got the Triceratops as well. So there are a few different versions. I think I had seen a Velociraptor Blue, but I don't know if I actually have one here. Oh, I must not have grabbed one of the Velociraptor Blue one. Oh, there it is. All right, so there's a Velociraptor Blue one. So we do have blue as well. I think that might be all of them. I didn't see any, like, specifically like the Giganotosaurus you would have expected to have seen. I don't think I saw any of those. But I'm still really interested to see what these look like. And I just grabbed 10 eggs, because I really don't know how many figures are in this line. I don't know if there'll be a checklist in here or not, so I just decided to grab 10, and we'll just see what happens, see what we've got inside. I have absolutely no interest in eating the candy, so we could just get rid of that. And, well, we'll just pull this off from over here and just open the entire thing up and see what we've got. Oh, so we instantly have the Stegosaurus in here, and we'll see if we have a checklist potentially in here, maybe. Okay, so we've got a really neat image here, again showing off the exact same 4 dinosaurs that we saw on the front of the packaging. Watch there only be those 4 in here, and then I would have completely bought 10 for no reason, but at least maybe I'll have a chance of getting them all, I guess. And again, we have something going on. Maybe this is a stand, maybe the egg's supposed to be like the dinosaur hatching from it, I'm not too sure. But we get the Stegosaurus together, and he looks pretty nice, honestly. Like, as far as a Jurassic-style Stegosaurus goes, that's fairly decent looking. And now I'll figure out what we have to do here. So there's like a little peg hole right there that we, I guess, stand him in. I don't really know what the goal is. I guess that's what we do here. So he kind of has like this thing that looks like it would be an eggshell. And the Stegosaurus is just standing here like I guess he just hatched. I'm not too sure, but interesting nonetheless. So let's see what we've got in this egg. I did find these, if you are in a state that has sheets, I found mine at Sheets. However, my good friend Matthew has let me know that he found these at Five Below, so they could be anywhere at this point. I don't know exactly what all stores have them, but if you have a Sheets in your state, then you definitely could have a pretty good chance of having them. Okay, so wow, I just threw that stuff everywhere. That was nice. But it looks like we've got ourselves the Apatosaurus. That is a really, really nice looking one. Let me go ahead and get it put together here. Oh, wow, look at that. That's pretty cool. Really nice actual, I mean, there's not really much to it, but that's pretty nice paintwork for a little figure like this. And then we've, of course, got our little egg here. Okay, so there looks to be 2 holes on this one. Let's look at the instructions before I put it in wrong. Okay, so I guess I gotta figure this one out. I'm not too sure how to put this one in because he kind of is like up here a little bit further. Okay, so we're just going to put him in there like that. There is another hole there, like another peg hole right there, but I don't know what exactly that's for. So we've got 2 of them here at least. So let's see which one's in here. I know I'm going to end up with so many extras. Wow, I opened that accidentally on the correct area. But this looked to be different again as well. We've got a pterosaur this time. So we got, I guess that's a Dimorphodon. Let's put him together. So yeah, we definitely have a Dimorphodon, which is really cool to see that they have pterosaur species as well, and I expected it to be a Pteranodon just simply because there is a Pteranodon on the front of the packaging of some of them. But as it turns out, that is a Dimorphodon, so we've got those now. Let's see what else we have. Fingers crossed we get the T-Rex at least, because who doesn't want a Rexy in their collection? So we've got our first repeat. This time we have the Apatosaurus again. Unfortunately, let's just throw it together. We'll throw it on its little half of an eggshell thingy here, and then get that one set up back there. Fell over. Boy, I just have a bad feeling I'm going to end up with a whole bunch of these, and there's still going to be more that I'm going to have to go search for. But hopefully not. Let's go ahead and see what we've got in here. All right. So we definitely have a different one. We've got Velociraptor Blue here this time, which is really cool. Let's go ahead and get Blue put together. So for some reason, Blue has the absolute thickest tail in the world. That is just a really, really weird, very thick tail. The sculpts of these are actually pretty nice. They're so nice that it wouldn't be such a bad idea to get some to repaint, but that's the first one that I feel like is really weird. Like, I don't get what the point of the tail is. It has, like, these divots in it. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to look at the little slip that came with it here if I can find it. So, yeah, it absolutely does not tell me anything as far as why we have those random divots in the tail. I have no idea. That's just strange. So we'll open this one up, see what we've got in here. Got a whole bunch of Kinder Egg candy over here that I'm not going to eat. Ah, the Stegosaurus twice now. Boy, it's not looking good for Rexy because we only have 4 eggs left. I wish there was a checklist. I don't know if there was on the packaging. It was like a really neat stand that they had out that had like the whole Jurassic World logo and everything on it. So I'm going to have to check the next time I go back and see if maybe there was some sort of checklist there to tell me what figures are included so I know if I have the complete line or not. Oh, we're stuck with Velociraptor Blue again, Mr. Chunky Tail here. Get him put together. It's hard to do it when I can't see the side. The blue figure is nice otherwise. It's just that weird tail. Really puts a damper on that figure. So, 3 left. Let's see what we've got in this one. Fingers crossed for at least some sort of different species we don't have yet. Oh boy, things are flying and I'm pretty sure that's the T-Rex right there. What did I just lose way over there? I have no idea. So let's go ahead and get that put together. That's definitely Rexy. So we have Rexy now, thankfully. And fingers crossed that that is all of them, because I don't know how many I need to go search out if not. But we've got quite a few here. But we'll open the other eggs regardless, just to see what we have in here. Maybe we have something different. And pieces went flying everywhere that time. I don't know what that was. Okay, so that is a Brachiosaurus. All right, so now we definitely know there are more than just those others over here, which, again, has me back to being concerned as far as how many we have overall. But the Brachiosaurus looks pretty cool as well. And the final one that we have here is the Velociraptor Blue again. Wow, what a letdown that one was, but still really, really fun figures. I will say they are absolutely so much better than the older Kinder Egg figures that we had out prior, but the fact that we don't have any kind of a checklist to tell us what figures are included in the line leaves me kind of clueless as to whether or not I have all of them now. I don't know if I do or not. Again, I'll have to check the... Why is he not standing? Oh, he's leaning forward. I don't know. I'll have to check the packaging at my local sheets to see whether or not that's all of them or not. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump straight to a really quick closer look at these guys just to show you what they look like. So there's not really a whole lot to look at when it comes to these guys, if my camera would focus on them, but you can see Velociraptor Blue is like your most basic attempt at a Velociraptor Blue, although I just realized for some reason like Velociraptor Blue's blue stripe should come up and over the eye. On this, it goes to like his throat. Well, I mean her throat, I should say. Her throat, and just disappears. So the coloration's not so great. The thick tail is just so ugly on this figure. I really don't like the thick tail, but there's not really too much that you can really pick up on detail-wise, and the little bit of detail that we can see on the figure is kind of obscured due to the really, really light gray color that this one is, but we have eye paint, and we have the blue stripe, and then the gray color for the majority of the body. That's really about it, and then you have this, like, weird sort of puzzle-like eggshell thingy down here. But it still looks pretty cool, kind of, but I would say it's probably the weakest out of all of these. Then you have a Brachiosaurus, and the Brachiosaurus, I think, even though it's a very similar light gray to the Velociraptor Blue, does look a little bit better, but yet again we have a super, super thick, ugly tail on it. I don't understand the tail, but you can actually see like some muscle definition on the Brachiosaurus. The neck's a little weird, kind of a little awkwardly thick, but, it's like a 50-50. This one looks okay. I like the fact that you can kind of even see like skin stretching in the back of the leg and everything, so there's some fairly decent detail on them, but at the same time, The weird thick tail doesn't look so good, and the fact that the neck is so bulky looks a little bit strange. But again, they're just little Kinder Egg figures. They're not really meant to be super highly detailed models, so we have to take them as far as what they are. Then you've got yourself the Stegosaurus, and I will say the Stegosaurus actually looks really nice. This is probably one of my favorites. You can see the Thagomisers are out there on the end of the tail. They don't exactly match up, but they are there. And you have some nice looking detailing through the course of the figure, actually. Like, it looks okay. You've got a nice green for the color of the body, some gray plates, and then black eyes. Nothing else really going on, but still a pretty nice looking figure. And then you also have the Apatosaurus, which I will say the Apatosaurus is probably one of the nicest of the bunch. I love the striping down the back here on the dinosaur. The tail obviously should be a bit longer, but considering, again, it's just a Kinder Egg dinosaur figure, you really can't expect that. But I think the sculpt looks really nice. You can again see like skin stretching and stuff in the stomach region there in the neck. And a pretty nice looking head sculpt. You've got another black eye. You have a gray for the majority of the body, and then nice yellow striping down the back. But the fine detail on this one, I think, is actually really quite nice. Probably better than some of the others. Then you also have our, well, I almost dropped him, but we have our, I guess it's a Dimorphodon. The head sculpt doesn't really look all that Dimorphodon-like, but he's still pretty neat. We do actually have paint on the inside of the mouth. You can see we have the pink for the inside of the mouth, as well as the teeth painted on this Dimorphodon. And other than that, it's just basically a gray color. We don't really have anything else paint-wise going on with it. But again, you can see like some pretty decent structure, some nice looking detailing overall for, again, something so small. Not amazing. You also have some eyes painted with a white and a black pupil, so quite a bit of paint apps there on the eye, as we actually have two colors. But the Dimorphodon is definitely another fun one. And then you also have the T-Rex, and that is the final of the ones that I have. Again, I don't know if this is the complete line or not, but I'm going to probably try to look into that so I can find out if I have them all now or if I have to try to look for some more. But the figure definitely looks pretty nice. Again, you can see like muscles tensing and everything in the thigh. The coloration is like that standard color that we usually get when it comes to Rexy toys. And the sculpt looks fairly reminiscent of Rexy. Not perfect, but still pretty decent. So these are definitely really quite fun figures. None are particularly amazing, but they are still really quite cool. So as far as the size goes on these little Kinder Egg figures, I'm not going to really measure them. I'll just hold the tape measurer over here to kind of show you roughly of the fact that they are really quite small. If you're familiar with the Kinder Egg figures at all, you've probably already got a pretty good idea. And just to, again, show you a rough size, like I didn't want this to be a really long, thorough review because they're just kind of goofy little figures, but I do want to at least give you a rough idea, again, as far as a size next to these figures. So there's Mr. Paporex, the Attack Pack Colovosaurus, and Robert Muldoon next to these Kinder Egg figures, showing you that they are, again, really, really quite small overall. Definitely some of the smallest kind of mini figures when it comes to the Jurassic World line that we have ever seen. So again, if you are interested in picking up some of these really cool figures, these Kinder Egg Jurassic World figures, make sure you head to your local Sheets or Five Below or somewhere that sells these Kinder Egg figures. I know my Walmart sells them, but I haven't seen the Jurassic World ones there quite yet. Other Walmarts might be different, I don't know. But it seems like they're just kind of starting to get released now, so hopefully many more stores will have them very soon. Again, they're not anything that's amazing that definitely needs to be searched out immediately, but they're still pretty fun if you like collecting random Jurassic World figures like I do. So if you are interested, again, check those stores out. Make sure you pick some of these up if you can, and make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next review. Thanks for watching.